Good morning and thank you for joining me today on Krista's So Crafty. My name is Krista. Today I'm going to be making some mugs and I thought I'd bring you along. So these little designs I've pulled in to Cricut Design Space and I'm just changing the colors up. I'm not making any other changes other than making them the size I need for my mugs. This is something that you need to do for whatever mug you're making or cup you're making. Just measure so that you can get the proper sizing. Click on the Make It button and I'm just going through and making sure that everything is laid out the way I want it, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom right and click Continue. Now making these mugs is very quick and easy project, especially when you can find the designs already pre-made like I have done here. The next step in the process is just to choose your vinyl and get it onto your mat, and I always use a brayer that really helps to adhere the vinyl onto the mat and make sure that it's nice and flat so you get a nice clean cut. So I'm just going to go through and do this with all the colors. So I have pink and then orange and I believe a green. So that's what I'm going to do here, and I'll meet up with you when I'm done. The nice thing about doing this project is I can use scrap pieces. So I'm just using this circle of green that I found. To do so, I need to go into Cricut Design Space and click on the bottom left-hand corner of the green mat where it says Edit, and just move my design down enough that I know it'll cut in that circle, and then I can go ahead and use it. This is a great way to use up scrap vinyl. I don't know about you, but I always seem to have so much scrap vinyl. So this is a great scrap buster. And I'm just going to continue on with the rest of the colors. The next step is to clean my surface. So I always use rubbing alcohol and just like a paper towel type thingy to make sure that I get all the dirt and debris and fingerprints and oil off of the off of the cup. And this just helps to make sure that the vinyl adheres properly to the project. The next step is to do our weeding. So what I do is I just use my picking tool and I just start at the corner and start removing the excess vinyl. Now you want to go slow so that you're not pulling away your letters and stuff. Just go nice and slow, go easy, and it should weed just like this. Is there anyone else out there who enjoys weeding? To me, it's so relaxing. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy weeding too. So as you're weeding your design, don't be scared to stop and cut off the excess vinyl that you've pulled off already so that it's not in your way. Nothing worse than weeding your project and having the vinyl you've already pulled away get stuck down and start pulling off your letters. It can turn a project into a real disaster real quick. So take your time, go slow, and you got it. You can do it. So as I was weeding, I did manage to pull off a couple little pieces, so I just go back and thankfully I hadn't crumpled up my excess vinyl sheet there. I've done that a few times and then I have to go and recut it, so I mean it's not the end of the world if you do. So I was having a few problems getting the letters to stay on the sheet, They wanted to come off when I was weeding, so the letter H and the letter O, or the letter E, but I went through and I picked them off the vinyl before I crumpled it up and was able to put them back on, and no harm, no foul. I will say it again, if you don't have a pair of tweezers in your craft room, go out and get a pair. They are a game changer. They allow you to get a hold of some of these little pieces and maneuver them around, and it just makes crafting so much easier. Once the weeding is all done, we're just going to put our transfer tape onto our design and apply it onto our cup. This cup cradle is such a useful tool in my craft room. I've used it many times. My sister and her hubby made this for me for Christmas last year, and I've used it plenty of times. Now, it's wonderful because you can take your item, whether it be a cup or a travel mug or anything like that, and just lay it in there. I've also used it for like the Christmas balls, the round balls and stuff. It just allows you to work with your vinyl and not have it flopping all over the place. When I'm removing the transfer tape from my item, any item really, I like to use my thumb and just pull it straight down. It allows me to take the transfer tape off with less likelihood of me pulling the vinyl off too. And then I just go back over with my thumb and make sure that everything is laid down nice and flat, and there we go, it's all done. And I'll just continue on with the other ones. Something I wanted to point out is once these cups or mugs are made, I always let my design sit for probably a week before I use it, especially before I put it in water. It helps the vinyl to stick better. These particular cups that I'm using, they have like a little logo or whatever on them, so I'm just taking that and placing it on the very back and putting the logo on the absolute opposite side of that, and just my preference, that's all it is. So as I was pressing this down, I noticed that the little dot from the question mark was missing, so I went back and looked on my transfer tape, and there it was. So I'm just going to put it on, and it'll all be good. So when I was weeding, I lost the apostrophe that goes on the I'm on the green cup, so I just grabbed it and was putting it back on. Easy peasy. Now that the vinyl is all placed on the cups, the last step is to insert the straws, put the lids on, and these cups are all done. Now I just put the cups and the lids and the straws and the cups all together. I wasn't really caring about which colors went where. I thought it kind of looked fun with them being all mismatched. So here we go. That's it. They're all done.